All right, folks, kind of a different episode of sorts. Long story short, my footage I recorded got corrupted going in between one hard drive and another. So instead of showing you how to set this up, I'm going to show you what I did set up and how you can do it yourself. So, in the last episode, we built a pressure chamber. Now, I did do a little bit of decorating. I also did some stuff and things, as you could probably see. But I added two more liquid compressors, which did build the pressure up pretty nicely. Now, another thing we were looking at was lubricant. How do we get lubricant? Well, I went through the process of completely automating it. It took quite a bit of time. I did show you guys in the recording how to do it, but that is gone now. So let's start at the beginning. All right, let's come outside. So to start the process of making lubricant, it is crafted in a thermo-pneumatic processing plant using biodiesel. Now biodiesel is kind of complicated to get, and I opted to go with the Immersive Engineering version, which is ethanol, and it's called plant oil, which can be you could get it using a industrial fermenter. This makes, I believe, the ethanol using sugarcane, which if we come down here, I just have a phytogenic insulator with a cyclical processing and a resonant integral component in here, just continuously making me sugarcane. Let's get some dirt so I can cover my hole. And if we can get out of here. And then you have an industrial squeezer, which squeezes wheat seeds into plant oil, which we have a surplus of seeds from what I set up off camera. Not sure what that was. I set this up off camera in order to gain sludge, and I have the sludge going through another system. It's nothing important, but this is where I'm getting my seeds from. So I'm using my seeds to make plant oil. Now with plant oil and ethanol, you have to put them both through a machine to mix it together. So if we come back down here, in the far back, we have one tank inputting ethanol, the other one plant oil. That's ethanol, that's plant oil. And then once they're in the machine, they get mixed into biodiesel. It's too quick, you can't see it. And then also glycerol, I believe it's called. Yeah, glycerol, and this makes biodiesel. We are then exporting the biodiesel into a thermo-pneumatic processing plant. And when you combine biodiesel with redstone dust, you get lubricant. I guess it isn't all that complicated. This also requires air pressure. This requires air pressure. It's all hooked up to my liquid compressors up here, which I did show in the last episode. And then I have it being heated because this requires heat, air pressure. The heat is made by this vortex tube, which again also requires air pressure. And then I have blue ice behind it, kind of cooling it down so it doesn't get too hot. And then a heat sink also. I don't think it's doing anything, but I mean, if we take this off and put this here, you see it's dropping it drastically. We need 100. If it drops it too low, then we're going to take it back off. I'm just worried about overheating it. I mean, it is dropping pretty low, but it seems to be slowing down. Ooh, still dropping. Still dropping. We'll come back to that. Anyways, we have the lubricant being put into a tank where we can access it anywhere we need it. Then being put into a create spout into a depot of buckets. And if you see, I have a bit of a dire wire going on down here. But basically I'm exporting buckets with a crafting upgrade, so this always will have a bucket. And then whenever this is full with lubricant, it'll make the bucket of lubricant, import it back into our system, and voila, automated lubricant. Honestly, this was easier to set up once I understood it, but getting to the point of understanding was kind of the difficult point. So this seems to be working. It didn't drop too low. It's perfect. It's got good air pressure. It is making lubricant because we just saw it. But honestly, the biggest thing for me, if I wanted to speed up this entire system, all I would really have to do is provide more power to these two machines, because these are our bottleneck. This is what you would call a bottleneck. It is just being powered off of 3 water wheels, and then the lines are invisible, but if I fly into it, yeah, it does damage. But yeah, I mean, for the time being, this works pretty well. Wherever the recipe is. I thought there was a show recipe button on here. I guess not. Oh, there it is. So it is actually a lot simpler to automate than I had originally thought. But the reason we wanted the lubricant was to craft speed upgrades for PneumaticCraft. Right here, you needed sugar, lapis, or sugar or glycerol, lapis, and then lubricant, which we now have buckets of. So we can now simply craft the upgrades, which we can then throw into, I guess, none of these machines? I guess not. I think we could put it into here, though. And it's a max of 10 per machine. So I don't think we need the speed upgrades at all anymore, because with 5 of these liquid compressors, we're actually going at a decent rate. If you check the air pressure here, we have over 2 million milliliters of air, I suppose. But we have, this is the number we want. 4.9 was the number we wanted. Crap. Pulsating black hole, you need 4.9 bar, and all of these items here. So I hope that made things a little easier to understand. I'm sorry that you guys actually missed the crafting of this stuff, but I mean, a 10-minute episode compared to the 45 it took me to set it all up, I guess it kind of worked itself out. But you guys let me know what you like better. Do you like seeing it all put together and me fumbling about, or do you like me setting it up and explaining it to you? Let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.